Okay, last night's Tech Wednesday, the first thing I had everyone do is if they did not do their homework from the week before, they went to gmail.com and created a Gmail account. Currently, I have a Gmail account. This is my account, reedj@gmail.com. What you would do when you get to gmail.com, you're going to click up here where it says create an account. Go ahead and fill in this information here. This would create your private account. Eventually we're planning on getting school accounts. Once you have your private account set up, your next step will be to sign in to Google. And what I did with this Google account is I had them go into the Gmail. So when you go into your Gmail, the way I got here is if you just type in gmail.com, you'll go into your Gmail account. This is your own private email then that we set up. Like I said, eventually we're going to get hopefully school email transferred over to Gmail. You'll see up here at the top where it says Documents. When you click on Documents, if you have given me your Gmail email address, I have shared this document with you, so you will see this document. Last night what we did, we went through this document and I kind of explained how and why you would use this for class. What you can do is share this document with your class. You could have your notes in here, and instead of having to print all these notes off, you could just share the document with your students and then they can see this. You could also use this to collaborate. So for example, I am the one typing in orange on this document. So kind of the best way to collaborate with this would be to assign a color for the students. So the way we're collaborating with this, I have this open to everyone that's going to the tech meetings to kind of ask questions, and feel free to do that also. They also, in this Google document, under File, they have revision history. When the revision history pops up, you'll be able to go through and see what was changed where. So right here we can see that Caroline checked her color. If you go down here, you can see other changes that were made. Now if I want to restore to this, I could click on Restore. I don't, so I'm just going to keep the one that I had open when I opened this up. So that's pretty much what we covered when it comes to Google Documents and sharing. One last thing here, in Google Docs, if you want to create a document, if you click on Create here and click on Document, the way this pops up, this is a Word document. The layout of it looks like a Word document. You could type in whatever you want to type in here, and then over here where it says, and you might not be able to see this, this is cut off on my video screenshot here, but right here we'll say Share. When you click on the Share, you can select who can do what. So you can put in a student's email address, and once we get Google Docs transferred over to the school, you could actually share this with your entire class. Like, that's what this whole group thing is about. And then you can select whether they can edit it or whether they can only view the document. The next thing that we covered last night was using Wikipedia. And if you go to my website, and the website is just schoolandtech.com. When you go over here to the website, I am going to keep this kind of updated week by week, and I will put some general notes from this video underneath this week's Tech Wednesday. So this is last week's. I got a little ahead and I put the video for the Wikipedia in education. This video I showed last night does a very good job explaining how you would use Wikipedia in education. I'm going to show you kind of what the video goes over very quickly. I'd recommend you watch the video to see how this works. So if we go to Wikipedia and we do a search on, let's do a search on Sandusky, Ohio, where I'm from. So when we go to the Wikipedia, someone has done a lot of research on Sandusky. Now, as a teacher, you wouldn't want to allow students to actually cite Wikipedia, for instance, but if you look here where they provide information, and remember, anyone can edit information put on Wikipedia. You'll see this little 11 here, and down here you should see a 12. I'm not seeing it right now. So here's a 2. When you click on these, here's a 9. This is going to take you down to the bottom where the references are. So people are actually citing where they're getting their information from. So what you could do then is go into these references and you could find what they are quoting. So it looks like this is a bit of a broken page, so that's not a very good example. If we go here, let's do passenger and rail. Let's check out this link that was quoted up here in Wikipedia. So this is going to a blog that is part of Cleveland.com. So at that point, it's kind of looking at the resources that are being posted on Wikipedia and seeing if those would be resources that are that you would allow a student to cite in, say, a research paper. So, like I said, view the video that's over on this website. Here it is, sorry. Right here, Wikipedia in education. That's on the School and Tech website. The next topic that we covered was called shortcutting URLs. And if you just do a Google search for shortcut URL, let's try a different search. Let's do short URL. So we get some different links. These are free ways to shortcut a URL. So you may be confused why you would use this or what is shortcutting a URL. For instance, if I go out to ESPN.com and I find a really cool article here on the Browns. I guess it's not the Cleveland Browns, it's Brown. But anyhow, what we're worried about here is this long URL. If you had students that you wanted to, let me go ahead and mute this. If you had a link that you wanted students to be able to go to, they would have to type in this long link, or you'd have to put this on a website, or you would have to have this on a piece of paper. Anyhow, they'd have to type in a lot, or you would have to do a little extra work to put it on a web page for them to link to. What shortcutting URL does, if we click up here and then right click and choose copy, we're going to copy this URL, and then if we go back to our Google, and I just did that by switching tabs, I use Bitly a lot, and with Bitly you can create an account. So I sign in usually. If you don't have an account, I'd recommend signing up for this. At this point, you just type in, or paste in, I'm sorry. So paste in, I used Control V there, if you wondered how I got that there as a shortcut to get that in. And then once you click on shorten, this gives me a shortened URL. Now, with a class, you don't need all that extra information, the http://. You don't need that. So you could easily have your students just type this in. So you could put this on your board, es.pn/. Now, these are case sensitive, so it'd have to be a lowercase z, a capital U, capital N, capital X, lowercase m. So you could also then, put this on a paper if you wanted them to be able to have this, so if they can't see the board or whatever. So at this point, if I copy this rather than type it and paste this in, so this is the link, once I press enter, you will see that this is going to redirect me automatically to that web page that I just copied. So now we have a long link. So what it does, this makes it so students don't have to type in this long link. The last topic that we covered, it's something pretty new. Now that I'm going to go over it, you will probably see these all over. They're called QR codes. And we're just going to go ahead and use this Wikipedia link so I can show you quick. You've probably seen these. If not, you'll probably start seeing them more. What a QR code is, and you could use Wikipedia and read about it, it's basically a way to either scan with an iPad, iPod Touch, any kind of smartphone. I'm not sure if the Microsoft Zoom can do it. A lot more devices with cameras and apps will be able to scan QR codes. So if you do Google searches, and I'm a true believer in using Google for searches, it just seems to work. If you do QR reader as your search, and then when you come back over here in your search results, the one that I tend to use is this one right here. I don't know, this is just the one I started with. So if we go ahead and click on that, not sure why that one's not working. Let's try this again. Let's do QR reader. I'm sorry. Let's do QR creator. I'm sorry. You would use QR reader. That would be the app that you would search for. And there's multiple free apps out there that will read QR codes. So here we go. Here's our QR code generator. And I'm going to go ahead and use that exact same URL that I have copied still. So if we go down here and delete this URL out of here, and we choose paste, I'm sorry, we don't want to do that one. Let's just go ahead and I'll stick with my website. So let's do schoolandtech.com. I'll go ahead and make this extra large so we can always make